How to build a coffee beverage brand in a very rapidly growing market dominated by popular brands. How would you make it stand out from what's already out there? And where would you even begin? Hi everyone, I'm Mohammad Shahbaz, founder and brand strategist at Rezon Studio. In this video, I'll walk you through the framework and process of how we build all-grounds cold brew coffee into a brand with unique naming, identity, story, and design that stands out in a crowded market. So you can apply the same strategies to your brand. So before we begin, a bit about All Grounds. All Grounds is a specialty coffee brand that sources beans from selected farms around the world for their distinct flavors. Their first launch features 3 ready-to-drink cold brew crafted from beans grown in Tanzania, Sumatra and Hawaii, each offering a one-of-a-kind taste experience. They needed everything: market positioning, naming, identity and packaging design. To make All Grounds stand out, we position it as a brand that connects culture worldwide by reflecting premium and artisanal craftsmanship. This shaped its messaging, visual identity, and packaging design, resulting in a brand that grabs attention on shelves and resonates deeply with its target audience. What you are seeing are the results of that work, and I'll break down exactly how we built this brand. So treat this whole video as a branding workshop. Throughout this video, you will have actionable steps to apply to your brand. Let's get started. To build products, we follow 5-phase approach. The first phase is research and analysis. This is where we begin by analyzing the brand, its competitor, market trends, and target audience to identify gaps and opportunities. Brand strategy. With research insights, we define the brand positioning, differentiation, and messaging which guide all future decisions. Brand naming. Once the strategy is clear, we select a name that aligns with the brand and resonate with the audience. Visual identity design. We bring the brand to life visually, developing its logo, typography, color, and other design elements that appeal to the target market. Packaging design. Lastly, we design the packaging to translate the brand's identity into a tangible customer-facing form that captures attention and connect with the consumers. Phase 1. Research and analysis. The first phase is always research. Before you create anything, you need to understand your market, competitors, and the audience. Without this, you are just guessing or worse, creating something that already exists. Good research answers 4 key questions. What gaps and opportunities exist in the market? What are your brand's unique strengths? Who is your ideal audience? And how can your brand stand out? To find those answers, we follow 3 steps in research. Step 1. Understanding your brand. Step 2. Analyzing your competitors. Step 3. Understanding consumers. Step 1. Understanding your brand. It starts by analyzing your brand. What are your products, price points, and the unique narratives you already have. We typically conduct interviews with founders to learn about their personal stories and the journey that led them to create their brand. These insights provide valuable perspectives that become the brand personality and narrative later. For All Grounds, we understood that the product is a premium cold brew coffee. As a result, the pricing needed to reflect the high quality nature of the product while also appealing to high-end market. Step 2. Analyzing competitors. Next, we studied All Grounds' direct and indirect competitors to find gaps and opportunities to position the brand. We looked at multiple things to answer these few questions. What are they selling? Who are they selling to? How do they communicate their identity, their market positioning, and what does their brand look like? We do this analyzing and research by studying their touchpoints like ads, website, packaging, and campaigns. This helped us identify few key insights. Price gap. All Grounds premium pricing was higher than most competitors. Niche space. Few premium brands in the cold brew RTD category meant an opportunity to lead. Narrative gap. Most competitors focus on flavor or sourcing, but neglect the cultural aspect of coffee origins. These insights led us to position All Grounds as a brand that celebrates cultural richness while delivering exceptional quality and being committed to sustainability. Step 3. Understanding consumers. Once the market landscape is clear, it's time to focus on identifying and understanding your consumers. Every brand must answer 2 key questions: who you are selling to and why would it matter to them. To get these answers, we create 3 things: broad consumer identification, ideal customer persona, mapping consumer needs. Broad consumer identification. This is where we start at a broad level. We look at demographics, age, income, location, and psychographics, lifestyle, values, and preferences. This tells us who will most likely buy the product and why it matters to them. For all grounds, we define the audience as urban professionals in the US who prioritize quality, uniqueness, and social causes. These consumers are typically aged 25 to 45, working professionals with a disposable income, coffee enthusiasts who care about sustainability and cultural experiences. This gave us a baseline understanding of the market all ground was entering. Ideal customer persona. Next, we define this broader audience into specific personas. Personas give us clarity about who we are designing for, including their behaviors, motivation, and challenges. For all grounds, multiple personas are developed. One of them is the coffee connoisseur, someone who values premium, single origin brews and seeks new and artisanal flavor to explore. These personas help us design messaging and visuals that speak directly to our audience needs and values. Mapping consumer needs. There is a powerful tool that can help you understand your consumer on a deeper level, and that is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a psychological concept that explains the different types of need people aim to fulfill, from basic survival to achieving their full potential. Understand this: when you create a brand, you are not just selling your products, you are fulfilling some specific internal needs for your consumers. For all grounds, we identify that its audience need fit into two key levels: esteem needs and belonging needs. Steam needs, by offering an exclusive premium product with unique flavors, make consumers feel sophisticated and part of an elite group of coffee lovers. Belonging needs, by emphasizing culture connection and sustainability, consumer sense of being part of large movement that values richness of coffee and ethical practices. By clearly understanding our consumers, we tailor every element of the brand to appeal to them and resonate on a personal level. With the research phase complete, it was time to move to the next phase, brand strategy. Phase 2, brand strategy. Brand strategy is a framework that shapes how a business presents itself to the world in a consistent and unique way. Without a clear strategy, people might form their own and often incorrect perception of your brand. Your messaging may become inconsistent, leading to confusion and distrust. A strong brand strategy builds trust, loyalty, and recognition by ensuring every touchpoint communicates a consistent message that reflects your core values and purpose. We build brand strategy using three key components: brand core, brand positioning, and brand personality. Brand core. Your brand should be more than just a commodity competing on price. Commoditized brands struggle to command loyalty as they often lack uniqueness and emotional connection. To break free from commoditization, your brand needs to stand for something deeper, something that resonates emotionally with your audience and differentiate you from competitors. That's where your brand core comes in. So what is a brand core? Your brand core is the heart of your brand, the foundation of everything you create, say, and do. It's what makes your brand distinct, authentic, and not just another copy of some brand. A well-defined brand core allows you to command loyalty by connecting with your audience at an emotional level, allows you to make decisions with confidence as you're using your purpose and values as your compass. It allows you to stand authentically by staying true to your mission and values. A well-defined brand core influences every aspect of your brand, from the products you create to how you communicate and the company culture you cultivate. To know your brand core, you must answer these three things. Why does your brand matter beyond making money? What emotional value you are creating for your audience? And what change do you hope to bring to the world through your products? We create four foundational elements that form the brand core. Purpose, the deeper reason for your brand existence. Vision, the new world your brand wants to create. Mission, what's your current big plan to achieve this vision? Values, the principles that guide your decisions and actions about everything. For all grounds, we developed a brand core that celebrates connection and culture richness, reflecting both the brand's vision and the audience desire. With a strong foundation in place, the next step is to define how your brand will stand out in the marketplace through brand positioning. Brand positioning is the space your brand claims in the minds and hearts of your customers, setting you apart from your competitors. A strong brand positioning strategy answers two critical questions. Why should your customer choose you? And do you come to the mind First, when they think about your category, the clearer your positioning, the easier it is for your customers to recall your brand and perceive it as unique. On the other hand, poor positioning leads to a blending into the crowd, which forces brands to compete on prices or features, which is ultimately a losing game. We use several tools to establish strong positioning. Every tool is used in a different part of the messaging. Brand differentiators, unique selling propositions, competitive advantages, and multiple positioning statements. For all grounds, we position it as a premium, single origin, artisanal cold brew offering unique flavor profiles that connect and celebrate the cultural richness of coffee origins. A space no competitor was occupying. 3. Brand personality. If you look closely, every brand has a personality, whether intentional or not. Some brands are playful and some are funny, others are serious and professional, and some defy norms and are very rebellious. This personality is reflected in how a brand looks, sound, and behave across all its touchpoints. Its design, products, campaigns, messaging, and marketing. Consciously, a human-like personality is given to the brand so the audience can connect and relate with it. It makes your brand engaging and easy to remember. To create brand personality, we use the brand archetype framework, a tool that connects your brand to the universal human personality type we instinctively understand and know. The framework begins by aligning the brand score with the audience desire, established during research and analysis phase and the brand core part we created before. For all grounds, we chose the explorer archetype. This aligns with the brand and its audience adventurous spirit and love for discovery. Both are united by their shared desire to explore diverse coffee and cultures around the globe. The brand personality is expressed through two primary dimensions, visual identity and verbal identity. As for visual identity, you will see how this play out in design elements, which I'll discuss later in the visual identity design phase. As for verbal identity, the tone of voice defines how the brand speaks and sounds to the world. For all grounds, we developed its tone of voice derived from Explorer archetype. It's both approachable and sophisticated, making the brand feel both inviting and aspirational. We also established clear voice tone guidelines, including examples of what to do and what not to do, what to avoid, to guide all brand communication, whether the communication is in packaging, campaigns, or customer interaction. This helps the brand maintain consistency and always stand out. Phase 3. Brand naming. The next step in the process is naming the brand. A common mistake founders make is to create the brand name first and then try to fit the entire brand identity around it. This often results in a mismatch between the name and the brand. Instead, the right approach is to first establish a strong brand strategy and then create a name that reflects it. For all grounds, our criteria for the name were culture neutral. The name should not feel tied to any specific culture. We wanted it to be universal so it could easily connect with different cultures. It meant not using any non-English words. The name should capture the essence of the brand and have some story. This makes it memorable. It needed to sound and look good, pleasing to the ear and visually harmonious when typed. Should match the brand personality and tone and be easy to pronounce. The name had to be unique, with a minimal competition in Google searches. It needed available domains and social media handles. The naming process begins by writing multiple words we have it in our mind, and words inspired by brand strategy and research documents. We then expand, research, and refine words that carry some meaning. Then combine, edit, and try out a set of words together until we finally land on all grounds. The word all grounds is a combined name where the word all reflects a brand value of inclusivity and connection. And ground refers both to the coffee farms worldwide where beans are sourced and a nod to the coffee grounds used in the brewing process. Together, all ground symbolizes the unity and expression of diverse cultures. Phase 4. Visual identity design. This is the outer layer of the brand, the way it visually appears to the world. The goal of any visual identity is to present the brand values and personality, stand among competitors, and resonate with the target audience. For all grounds, the visual identity needed to reflect its cultural exploration, premium quality, and artisanal craftsmanship. We approach this process in 3 stages: competitor visual audit, mood boards, and finally the design. We begin with the visual audit of competitors to understand industry trends. These help us identify common color schemes and design elements that were being used. By studying what others were doing, we knew what not to do. Our goal was to break away from the norm and create something fresh. Next, we created mood boards for multiple visual directions we can go in. Here, the team gathered and developed multiple visual ideas that fit the brand personality. Internally, we discussed and debated these ideas, ensuring they would appeal to the audience, stand out from the competitors, and stay to the brand identity we had developed. If the first round of the mood boards doesn't look right for the brand, we go back to the drawing board or combine elements from multiple mood boards to refine our visual direction. For all counts, we decided on a design concept that was both modern and artisanal, with the direction that it would be primarily black to represent the brand's culture, neutrality, and universal appeal. This direction showed that any additional color would be drawn from specific cultures where the coffee is sourced, symbolizing how culture brings color to our world. It also means without culture, the world would feel bland. Now it was time to bring these ideas to life with design. This phase involved developing the key elements of the brand identity, ensuring each one complemented the others and worked in harmony. Logo. The first step in design was creating a responsive logo that could be used across different platforms and sizes. For all grounds, we designed a combination mark which included both the brand and symbol. The primary logo will be used in large spaces like billboards, posters, whereas the brand mark is ideal for small spaces like business cards, caps, or product labels. The brand mark is inspired by the legend of Kaldi, who is said to be the first discoverer of the coffee, symbolizing the brand's personality and the audience spirit of exploration and curiosity. A color system is developed for the brand. A neutral black base was chosen to reflect culture, neutrality, and premium appeal. Accent color inspired by the coffee growing regions add richness and depth to this brand. It symbolizes the culture diversity celebrated by the brand. This color will rotate based on the origin story being highlighted. We selected sophisticated and versatile typefaces that balance modernity with artisanal charm, ensuring readability and consistency across all touchpoints. Custom hand-drawn patterns inspired the cultural motifs and recognizable elements from coffee growing regions were developed. These patterns add the texture and depth, appearing on packaging, collateral, and digital assets. The result is a distinct, modern, elegant visual identity with a handcrafted touch. This captures the brand personality and sets it apart in the RTD coffee space. Phase 5. Packaging design. Products on shelves are often the first interaction consumer have with a brand. So packaging design job is to be as visually striking as it can be to interrupt normal buying behaviors. It should be compelling enough that it drives the purchase of the product. To make your product stand out, you can use multiple layers of decisions. Apart from label design only, you can pick up containers of the product that are somewhat unique and not used in your category. Like using cans in a category where people normally use plastic containers. You can use a different material of the container to communicate your brand positioning. Or you can use different printing style like textured paper, metallic shiny films, embossed, debossed, UV printing, etc. And for the label design, use great copy and have some story with appealing design. For all grounds, we wanted it to take people on a culture journey with each bottle. To stand out and hold its premium artisanal appeal, we implemented multiple layers of thoughtful design decision. Instead of common cans or plastic bottles, we opted for glass, aligning with its sustainability values and premium positioning. The challenge was here. Many glass designs looked too similar to liquor bottles, which didn't align with the brand's image. After extensive exploration, we selected a unique bottle shape that balanced elegance and functionality, making it instantly recognizable without evoking the wrong association. There are multiple storytelling elements in the label design. Each label features an illustration of a man standing on the ground, surrounded by color and hand-drawn culture patterns inspired by the coffee origin. This pattern incorporates traditional and popular elements from each region. This symbolizes the brand's and the consumer's journey of exploring diverse culture through coffee. A glossy, reflective map behind the product name highlights the bean's place of origin. Tasting notes and other information are given in the front of the packaging so consumer can expect what they are going to have. Small infographics provide information about the beans, their origins, and the brewing process. The back label includes the origin story and the brewing details, helping educate customers and deepen their connection with the coffee's journey. A block on the back is styled like a handwritten label, evoking the craftsmanship behind each batch. Embossed written on the front, back, and the bottle cap enhances the tactile experience and reinforces the brand's premium identity. The result is packaging that not only stands out but also embodies all ground's core values of culture, exploration, artisanal quality, and sustainability. So there you have it, the journey from research to creating your brand and packaging design. Each steps build on the last to create a brand that truly stands out. Now it's your turn to bring these strategies to life for your brand. I have uploaded the complete case study for all grounds on Behance, which you can use as a reference for building your own brand. The link is in the description. If you have any questions or want to learn more about branding, strategy or design, drop them below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights.